All right, well, moving on, man. You recently found out your friend Alfredo had passed away, and although it was news to you, he actually passed away
Yesterday.
6 or 7 months ago. First, I'm sorry for your
Yes.
loss, man, but what was your reaction when you found out?
Oh, I think this is the first time in a long time one of my friends has died and I haven't like shed a tear. Fredo and I is like a very love-hate relationship. He's one of those friends where it's like, I wish we weren't friends. But we met on a business deal where him and this other guy each got over for me for $500. And I wrote them both. I said, look, you got over me on $1,000. If you pay me this money back, if you each give me $500 back, you can continue to make money with me for a lifetime. But if not, don't ever call me again. So the other friend did not give me the money back and never heard from the guy again. Fredo gave me the money back immediately. I wish he hadn't, because Fredo cost me a lot of money. Fredo is the same Alfredo in the Absol TDE chapter. Okay, that cost me like 20 G's. Granted, none of it came out of my pocket, thank God. Fredo had a hand in the ASAP Rocky chapter. That cost me money by hooking me up with one of ASAP's engineers that passed away, and therefore the sign-off wasn't validated. Fredo, look, he was a great dude. He was younger, and I always like helping the youth, like that's why I do the seminars and shit. Like, I'm speaking from a point of experience. Learn from me if you really are wanting to learn. I took Fredo with me to Australia to fucking like DJ for me in my gig with Onyx and, like shit like that. And I incorporated him in a lot of business deals. So Fredo paying me that $500 back helped him make like an extra 50 grand.
Wow.
I really would like to get to the bottom of, I read the autopsy report, so I know he died from drugs, but why am I just hearing about this now? And we have like 100 common friends in common. Like, did they also not know? And Andy, my engineer, is the one who was like, yo, I think Fredo passed away. Like, check his Instagram. And I see a post, and his last post is from like many, many months ago, but then I see like condolence messages underneath, and I had to research myself. But that's never happened before, dude. Like, that was on some like MF Doom shit where he died, in like October or something? They announced it in December.
So your feelings about the situation is mixed because you guys had a falling out, or you guys just weren't dealing with each other?
Yeah, I'm sad. I'm sad my friend has passed, but like, when I think about it, I wasn't crying because like I laugh about like our experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Like towards the end there, Fredo was he was developing a sticky fingers habit, and would take anything that was just in the open. He was doing that to me and a lot of our friends, and we went. The funniest shit, we went out to a $1,500 dinner. He ordered like a $200 meal. When the bill came, he's like, I got $10. I'm like, awesome. Sure you do. Funny shit, you just got to roll with it because, like, okay.
Well, what made you want to keep accepting having someone like that around?
I thought I could genuinely better his life. Like, he was eager to learn and, like, be around me and, like, shadow me and stuff. And I gave him that kind of candor, and I respected that he gave me that $500 back that I felt him and his friend beat me for.
Yeah, but you don't give that kind of opportunity to just anybody, right? So you had to see something like.
I did see something in him, and he worked. He was always working. He was an engineer, like for Absol and them. He was a fucking producer. He's an artist. He was touring. Like he was busy. He was always doing shit. So it's like I respected him for the work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. He was a fun guy. He was a cool guy to be around. When these strippers wrote me yesterday, like, we're going to miss him in Australia. He left a good impression on the strippers.
Well, rest in peace to him, man.
Rest in peace, Alfredo.
What is your worst experience in the music industry ever?
It's the worst and the best. Like, me working with Dreddy Kruger at Think Differently Music, where a lot of people thought that I was the guy, and it was really like Dreddy, but Dreddy was such a piece of shit. Like, all the bad shit Dreddy did is like, I'm learning from you, but I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm going to be good to my artist. I'm going to pay my artist. I'm going to release consistent product. I'm going to stay relevant. I'm going to keep my name in the conversation. I'm going to surpass, like I said, the student has surpassed the master. Wu-Tang Indie Culture went on to make $1 million. I got paid $2,000. Like most people would just give up at that point. Like, this isn't for me. Fuck this shit. These people are evil. They're fucking heartless. They're spineless. They have no honor. No, I launched my own company and I dictate the terms now. So I have not been fucked in $1 of record money since 2005. In my company, the contracts go through me. The money comes to me. The artists approve the contracts and the money. I pay myself first and I pay out. Therefore, no artist has owed me since. But that's the best and worst.
Isn't that Dreddy Kruger situation how like you formed your relationship with Sean?
Yes.
Because
Sean did not want to like me.
Right.
Because Dreddy never paid him. And I was like, bro, that's Dreddy. I'm M80.
Right.
I guarantee you anything and everything I call you for, you will get paid up front. Say less. Show and prove. Got you, bro.
Who is one artist that you've never worked with that you would absolutely never work with?
Oh, wow. I've never heard that question. One artist I've never worked with that I never want to work with? Is that essentially what it is?
Yeah.
That's a real fucking thinker, bro. BK, he's in the book too.
BK?
Yeah, BK. Bekay. He's friendly.
Right.
Diabolic knows who it is. Yeah, that guy.
Why?
He hit me up for like a $500 consultation and like fronted on the money and like was like going on. He just makes shit up on the internet. He said he was going to battle Eminem, but he didn't have like the $200,000. I'm like, dog, Eminem turns down shows for like $5 million. Like, what are you talking about right now? Like, he's just a fucking weirdo. And he was like, I've made fun of him for not having my $500. And like, he's like, I'll fight you. And I'm like, I will literally come to your fucking block and beat the shit out of you. And then I said, I pushed him over the edge. I was like, hey, by the way, in 2009, I fucked your girl cousin with the big tits and the ass. Came all over her face. It was glorious. What's she up to? And he's like, yeah, she's dead, you fucking, what do you say? He's like, you like, it was something like, you piece of shit. Like I'm missing a word here. It was like incomprehensible or incorrigible piece of shit. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna miss those titties.
That's fucked up, man. That's crazy. That's wild.
You know what's really crazy? Like, I used to talk to her a lot in the messenger. And I was talking to this girl one time. I met her on an airplane going from like LA to Indy. She was in Playboy. She was married. And like, as soon as I got off the plane, I went to a newsstand and like found her episode of Playboy. It was like the recent issue. And she invited me to the house one time. She was still married. But she's like, my friend's going to be here. You might like my friend. And I'm like, a couple of both of you, hopefully. Her and her husband got divorced years later. And she's like, when are you coming to Indy next? And I'm like, next month. She's like, call me when you get here. Here's my number. Cool. I call her and she's not answering for a couple of days. And I like DM her a couple of times. She doesn't answer. And I click on her page and it's like an obituary from like 4 days after. She's like, call me when you get here. I'm like, oh shit. That's some wild shit.
Wow. What was the cause of death?
I think she drank herself to death.
Damn, that's a shame, man.
And that's not the first time I've had a girlfriend that did that.
Wow.
I had a friend named Autumn. She was 90 pounds or 70 pounds or some shit at the time of her death. She could drink like 2/5 of vodka. She was crazy with it.
All right. Who is an artist you have to work with that you would never work with again?
Keith Murray.
That's the only one?
Keith Murray, 60 Second Assassin, C. Ray's Walls, Killer Priest, Canibus.
I'm holding out hope with the cannabis one. I think that you have a soft spot in your heart
Cannabis
for
is an
cannabis.
animal with a mechanical mandible. Spitting under will slang at you. I'm the all-seeing lyrical. Fucking love cannabis, dude, but what's the point? If I ever work with cannabis again, I'd be like, go finish your album and give it to me when it's done. And then we'll go get the money. That's the only way it can work. I can't go get him any bags in anticipation of him not rapping again.
Right.
He's done that 4 times now.
All right, M80. Man, I just want to thank you for your time. Is there anything else you want to say to the people before we go ahead and wrap it up?
People at home, I hope that one day you see an exclusive interview with Chino XL's youngest daughters and their mothers and their people helping them behind the scenes, so you can really get an account for the truth. That'd be big for me. In the meantime, 100 ways, 100ways.myshopify.com, or go to Almighty M80 on Instagram and purchase your hardbound or paperback copy of this book. If you cannot afford to purchase the book, you can download it for free. This is so funny. Like 20 people have done this. They've gone to the website and they click to purchase the free digital. There's nothing to purchase. Just go to the WeTransfer link, click it, and download it. Literally, two people yesterday sent me $11.99 shipping. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's free. Free. $0.